outstanding the other night. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists against San Diego State.
Off the glass.
Looking to learn.
Yes.
Learn from others, grow, evolve, and you see it. It's incorporated with this team.
The play's a little different than last year's champion.
Excitement. And then you have UConn waiting for you.
Exactly. And of course, it does generate a lot of interest in finance.
Tremendous basketball legacy, that family.
Incredible. First family of basketball in New Jersey. No offense, Bird.
No. None taken. Had a chance.
Nights ago here in Boston.
And you're talking about the fact that he was on Shannon to start the game. He got in foul trouble, but Shannon certainly was not as productive as Illinois needed him to be.
He always wants to turn to that left shoulder for that right-handed jump hook.
Ledee was the top scorer in the Mountain West Conference. Spencer tried to drive, Castle wall line, and they go down low. Caravan.
Now, this San Diego State defense that has carried them has to get a couple of stops. But, I mean, Connecticut moves so well with the ball. Without the ball, you're just chasing them around.
Newton, pile driving his way inside. From Brian Dutcher for a player that has earned his spot. Rumaglu's got it. Sophomore from Greece. He's on top, and he'll put up a three.
Castle, swing, no rush. A minute 37 to play. Caravan, the fake, the drive, and to go in the first half.
One of their many sets here. Little stagger, slip, screen, rescreen. I mean, you've got to really pay attention. And a slip. Ooh, huh?
Spencer showing off the handles, the pirouette, and the paw.
UConn has lost one game since January 1st. 23-1. Spencer 3. Go State in the national championship rematch. One of the biggest margins of wins in a Sweet 16 game in 7 years. 3
plays to other people.
Diarra, Moretti defends. Clingan on top. Cutting is Spencer. Here's Clingan.
Great inside against Clingan, but they can't rebound then. They've given up 9 offensive boards already.
You're on defense until you have the ball, and they can't get the ball.
Now, they've been fortunate. 9 offensive rebounds have only turned into 4 second-chance points.
Newton getting a screen and takes it inside.
Langborg. Stat Kurt was a swimmer at Yale. Langborg coming over from Princeton. 8 points for him. Newton accelerates, spin, Alicia. 11-2. Had her run. Spencer works his way towards the rim. Couldn't hit the floor.
In particular, Northwestern. Talk a little bit, get through screens, and don't relax off the ball.
A lot of
like
misdirection action.
Yep. UConn 28-1 in their last 29 non-conference games. They have just been a dominant program. Kick it. Diarra.
There with his offhand could be easy too.
Different team in the second half.
Showing their wares and just open-minded now, just playing.
So they made their last 4 field goals of the first.
Just playing center field in
43 in that ASUN tournament title game as we talked about versus Austin Peay. So starting to show it here in the second half.
He's a rhythm shooter trying to get in this year's tournament. Castle gives it up.
Nice get back.
Get it back. Now it's Clingan in a crowd.
Selfish.
Spencer, automatic.
To go, and the first Elite 8 for him, and here we go, and UConn will begin it. They go inside to the 7-2 Clingan.
Blocks, 14 points, and 10 rebounds.
It's Diarra. Newton, Clingan thrashing his way in.
The question is, can they do it? Can Illinois do anything to slow them down?
UConn has won 10 consecutive games. They've lost 1 game since January 1st. Complete.
5 minutes to go, first half.
There's a stagger.
Dribble handoff.
Off a pin down. I mean, just keep you
busy.
New York native Diarra. Bounce in. Great field. In the nation in three-point shooting. Number 8 at 39.3. They can't make one tonight.
Hunger trying to be a little more physical. There's that drop D.
Newton kick. Spencer short.
This is a blowout here, and obviously UConn up 33, but it was 52-19 at halftime. And you want to talk about the second half, Stetson has outplayed UConn. Actually, forgive me, 25-20.
And that's the way they want to play, with the mass controlling the ball in the half court and going to that back down game.
It's Spencer down the lane. A patent.
Good. Clingan is out of the game. He's going to come back in now. He's the guy they couldn't handle.
It's Caravan with a three. Alex Caravan, who grew up about an hour west of here, checks in for UConn with under 10 to go here in the first half. Castle, Caravan. They're looking at number 13 right now. Diarra. 5.5 to go. Caravan. Foul called.
And he just got to his spot and got up over the top.
Huskies won the Big East regular season and the tournament. Caravan.
18.5 points in transition, so it's something they're willing to do. Obviously tougher to do against this well-balanced UConn team that can get back defensively.
No question. Great response. His quick feed, too. Look at this.
Newton feeds it. Caravan.
Anything good. They are together as well. And it is difficult when you're outmanned and, in a sense, outclassed to keep your pride and dignity.
New in Illinois, so
He's done a great job.
he really has, building that program.
And Bowie had 22 against Florida Atlantic. First unanimous pick from Northwestern ever on the Big Ten first team. He's into his set.
66-42 Huskies. Just under 8 minutes to play. Newton watched by Bowie.
Activity always. Caravan, Spencer,
And
Stops and rebounds both have been tough.
UConn has won 8 straight NCAA tournament games by double digits. It's a three.
Stay with D on the bench. Do they have a way to score?
A freshman, Miles Heide, is checked in along with Miles Bird. And they got Moretti, who is from Bologna, Italy. Here is Spencer. And he's from Davidson, Maryland. And he sets up on top. He's got it now for national champion Connecticut. Spencer, Castle, Clingan the screen, inside Castle. Lunge. And now Clingan on top. And Diarra. Spencer. Shot clock down to 4. Clingan is down there. Ladida.
Very high on Hansberry. Thinks he's going to be an outstanding player.
Castle's been quiet after a double. He's adjusted well. Clingan's on top and approaching 6 to go. Spencer picked up by Butler. Clingan the handoff, and Spencer drives and wheels down low.
Change of pace, hook shots, runners.
And he's got 10 points. He is the only Hatter in double figures.
That action's amazing. How many bumps and screens off a staggered
Caravan off the ball fake.
I'm not sure how they remember all that.
But they read and cut on their own, though. Was part of it.
Newton 7 in overtime. They had just 19 points at halftime and won the game over the Owls.
Well, they shot 61% in the second half and overtime, Ian. And so can they continue with that kind of offensive execution? UConn, one of the top defensive teams in the country.
And they keep busy, Bird, on this offensive end. Cutting, slip.
Go.
This guy's a two-way player. He'll get it done on the defensive end also.
Diarra. Newton. Into Hawkins. Sidesteps him.
20-9 extended run in favor of the Wildcats. 8 to shoot. Newton against Barnheiser. Newton the handles. Newton lost it.
That's Shannon, Guerrier, don't ask. Dawkins. We got to take threes. And he did say, by the way, we're kind of where this game thought it would be. 23 all at one point. Okay, we're down 5. We're okay. But yes, we need to shoot more threes, Stan and Dan.
Clingan inside. Hawkins is there.
Wow, that's an amazing number. We talked about their dominance, and they've been really dominant on this end. San Diego State's a good defensive team, but they're going to have a hard time chasing these UConn guys around.
Clingan inside, 7-2. Castle, little two-man game. With a move and a drop.
This is that shot. It's sort of a fall away. He's off balance, and you got to give a lot of credit to Caravan for just getting out and going.
Goody has come in for Illinois. Nudging his way inside.
Luke's been able to do with this program, but terrific brothers and sisters in that family.
Did you pick up the bill?
No, one bill did, and it wasn't.
Well, but they have, right? So their last game, they were 3 for 22 against Northwestern from 3 and still won.
Ledee, one of the top 10 scorers in all of college basketball. It's Castle on top, Caravan down low. The 7-2 Clingan over Ledee.
We asked Chris Collins about Barnheiser, and he said he's so unique. In addition to all the skills, he's built like a tank. Get it inside, Clingan, missed.
You thought he was a great soccer player, right?
Yes, yeah. My daughter plays soccer. Finally an athlete in the family.
Yeah. Well, your dad will be calling.
Did she text you, Raph, for a pop?
I just saw the soccer. I know he's talking.
Tiara and Carrier will defend. 4.5 in the half.
In 2 years.
Amazing. Setting up right now, Diarra. 6th man award winner in the Big East. Controlling on top. Shot clock at 9. Spencer 3.
Last year, too?
He did?
Yeah.
I'd find something else to calm me down. What's that, Bill?
Enlighten us.
Occasional lemonade.
Just over 8 minutes
Look
to
at
go.
the pin down for the open look.
Spencer.
Anyone compete with UConn, let alone beat them? Is there anyone out there who can even make a game competitive with them?
Newton will take it in. Hatcheting his way. Lost it.
Well, Brian does such a great job at San Diego State, and you know, it's unfortunate for them. They've gotten into the Sweet 16 2 years ago and Final Four.
Is dealing with Caravan. Switch.
Sanson gives him a different look. Now watch him sprint there for the ball screen.
Castle, swing it. Spencer, shot clock at 4. Screen. Johnson, high pass. Diarra has to chuck it.
From the mid-range, Dan, has really added to his offensive prowess.
Look how far off Ledee is playing in the middle of the lane.
Newton got the screen. Chiseling inside.
Coach is at the Rock School in Gainesville, Florida. He won a state title there. 83-47, down to 4:26 to go. Castle drives in.
Through threes in that particular game.
Coming into this game, 109 made 3-pointers, 6th in the nation.
Clingan, volume 3-point shooting team.
Clingan with nice numbers. Once again, double.
Denial. And that's one of those pressure situations. You don't win, you don't go to the tournament. It's that simple. They beat Austin P 94-91.
How about Clingan's screen there? Look at this.
12 points to lead Northwestern. Spencer had a screen from Caravan, now has one from Clingan. Spencer accelerates. And a soft time. Hurley did. We didn't necessarily.
Right. Well, for the layman, it's a little different.
Yes. Kick. Diarra, 2 seconds. 1. Hop step. Left hand.
Freshman. Solomon Ball is a freshman from Leesburg, Virginia. Top 60 recruit. Here's Hurley.
Goes, not going to beat UConn that way.
Clingan is on the wing. It's up to Newton.
Maybe not right at the beginning of the shot clock. They had an additional 20 seconds, and he took a tough shot.
Tristan Newton maneuvers with a Euro step in the Elite Eight for a 2nd consecutive season. Castle, Clingan. The rebounding has been phenomenal. 21 offensive rebounds. What a pass! A great pass.
Improved to 22-11 on the season.
Look at that ball, how high they have to throw it.
Newton probing.
There's that little roll they do.
They are 6 of 6 in the second half. Clingan gets a touch. Newton, the jumper. It's pure. If you have Bowie, Langborg, and Barnheiser combined for 1 of 16.
They'll take on the winner of Iowa State and Illinois coming up here later tonight in Boston. Spencer inside, a floater on the big score.
Right, he's only got 3 points, 1 for 7 from the floor, 1 for 4 from the free throw line.
Newton driving on Waters.
Langborg, first points of the night. No points for Barnheiser, none for Bowie. All the way, Newton around. Screen Clingan, second screen from Spencer.
Look at this, he just slips.
And that bounces off of Barnheiser. Caravan saves. Spencer with 8 to shoot in a crowd.
There's your bailout.
Ball is moving. Caravan to go in this first half. Alex Doyle in the game for Stetson. A little bit of size.
See what he just ISO'd him out of that.
Newton and out of Castle. He was the Big East freshman of the year. Castle on top. Clingan the screen. Castle will chisel his way inside.
That scored more points than Reggie Miller.
Reggie was saving it for UCLA.
I don't think Reggie ever saved it.
3.5 to play in the half. Here comes Newton on top. Johnson a screen. Ball jarred free.
By UConn, so it's got to be some individual effort. Bowie in particular.
18-6. Huskies. Screen from Johnson. Newton uses it for the second time.
Look at that fake.
Castle, the adjustment. And his dad, James, played at Kentucky. He went to the same high school as his dad. His dad coached him there, and then he broke his dad's scoring record.
That's awesome.
2,269.
1 of 19. That's 5% Illinois shooting in the second half. Diarra.
Kevin, we showed you, you got that Clemson-Alabama game coming up, and one of those teams is going to go to their first Final Four. That's the good news.
To come through when these opportunities happen.
And they always run their stuff a little bit better after a timeout.
Northwestern has outscored UConn 32-26 in the second half.
Look at this defense now.
Spencer lines it up.
To Castle. And now Caravan. Diarra's got it. He's a senior from Queens. Newton. And on top, Castle. Maneuvering, got his screen with the switch. The shot clock is down to 5. Castle makes a move. A lot of traffic.
14 field goals for UConn. They have 11 assists. High-low action. Clingan the catch. Clingan.
Got to push and not have to face UConn's set defense.
Rogers is out. Luke Goody has come in. Samson Johnson will get it right here.
Play a very tough-minded, relentless brand of basketball.
They lost in the Mountain West Championship to New Mexico. It's Newton curling and firing a pass.
Streak in NCAA tournament history. That's how dominant they've been.
It's amazing.
It really is.
And we all talk about they started with D and rebounding, and in the summer they worked on offense.
Naka. Come up on 12 minutes to go in this second half. Newton using the Johnson screen. Diarra gets the step on Martinelli.
That was one of those they considered, right? Georgetown, as I recall.
Did you really consider it?
Oh, yeah, I was a diehard Hoya fan growing up.
You got free tickets. That was part of it.
Wait, whoa. Is there a statute of limitations?
Then it was probably a violation. Now, not that everything goes, but
Newton swings. Stewart line it up.
root for him to make these.
Knock it down.
Look at this matchup now. Newton with Thompson. He didn't even look to take him, though.
Just their sets.
Here he comes, though. Automatic switch.
Johnson give it up. Jalen Stewart, the talented freshman. Swing it. Newton will fire.
+9 or +11 with Clingan in the game. And Illinois is having their way when he's been out of the game here in the first half.
It's Diarra on top. Spencer on the wing. Approaching 5 to play. The freshman will try to defend the senior.
Once again, this precise execution. I love how hard they cut. They're unselfish. They make the right reads.
And they keep at it.
They look to Clingan. Spencer couldn't get it to him.
Look at the ball moving going side to side.
Been able to handle. The mass size and strength has been too much for them.
It's Diarra. Guerrier defending. Off a screen, Spencer
Can beat you on the glass.
And it helps when they're shooting 68% overall and 66% from three. That really helps the defense look good.
Stephon Castle. And now Spencer. Inside, Johnson.
Game wore on.
Clingan checks out. Samson Johnson with the ball right here. Checks in. Newton got a screaming to lead the Illini. And the first player in this game in double figures.
It's only a 4-point game now. I mean, and the whole game has been Clingan. Nobody else really doing anything for UConn.
Castle on top. Guerrier there into Clingan. Hawkins will try to defend. Castle lets it rip from three.
And he likes that matchup against Spencer. He's a very aggressive scorer.
Stephon Castle from Covington, Georgia, a freshman. And one of the best in the country. Spencer tees up a three.
Downhill in the paint like he has in the second half. He hit that little jump shot into halftime, and he has showed a lot more momentum and fire here in the second half.
Jumper, Stewart.
And Nike worker who you ran across too, right, with George Raveling.
The Nike camp, yeah, back in the 80s.
Just a gentleman and a class act. And nice to see Donnie getting this program going as well.
70-40, Clingan.
Castle.
And the man for Illinois, they got a good game here.
Newton right down.
4 of 12 from the field.
This is what they do also. They use the 5-man to dribble screens, he'll rescreen. There's the roll.
He has been off the charts good.
He's a two-time Mountain West Coach of the Year. Castle's on top. Defended by Waters. Spencer, the fake, the fire.
2 of the night for Luke Hunger. Stepping in for the injured Matthew Nicholson, who is out with a foot injury.
And Burry, 2 starters not here. That's why Chris has done such a great job.
Ball fake. Spencer, pull up. Bowie from Albany defending Diarra from Queens. Give it go. Diarra.
Because Mike did it without much talent.
Do we have that graphic? Let's put that up.
Nice hand.
The line tonight, though, and you made the point stand, and you get those opportunities from the line. You have to convert them if you're going to make a comeback.
Well, they have no margin for error against UConn.
Diarra jabs, feeds, Clingan.
Couple of threes now.
I agree. He should have knocked that one down.
Illinois now 0 of their last 11. Screen for Newton, takes it into Shannon.
And even if you miss, Ladie is going to be all over.
Yeah, and but that was a straight blow-by for Butler. The defense has got to be a lot. UConn's going to go right at that, I would think.
It's Castle. Clingan, Hawkins defends.
There is, Kevin, and that's with playing only 22 minutes a game.
Stan, I'm not sure that Illinois has scored with Clingan in the game.
It's Clingan. Hawkins is on him. Undersized, 7'2" against 6'10". Shot clock at 1. Newton fires, good if it goes.
Outstanding pressure on Butler.
Newton's got it. Carabana screen. Waters will defend in the corner. Spencer then takes it on that baseline and feeds.
Well, we knew coming in the 3 perimeter guys are going to have to do a outstanding job. Puts a lot of pressure on them.
They wouldn't be here without Barnheiser, the game-tying layup that forced the overtime against FAU.
Step up during that halftime and just say, play with pride. Let's go back out there and play with some pride.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Tracy. He said early in the season you could just tell that these were a bunch of throwbacks. In the Big East preseason poll, Marquette #1, Creighton #2, UConn #3.
I didn't vote, so don't look at me.
Apparently you did not. Newton, screen, Johnson, Bowie trying to stick with him. Newton floated up. Johnson!
Got to be able to push the pace a little bit if they're going to climb back in.
Newton will have it, and Trammell will be on him. Spencer, picked up by Parrish. Shot clock at 6. Screened by Johnson. Parrish, Spencer will take.
Defense be rewarded for that foul. Newton deserves to have that bucket.
Clingan's got it. They'll make a move with Ladie defending.
Well, that one's interesting, right?
It is.
In the next round, because here we've got you.
Was he a character then, do you recall? Or you can't give it up?
He was actually kind of quiet.
Assistant and the head coach in the college game. Clingan. Spencer. Gouging his way in.
That's 2 offensive rebounds already for Tristan Newton, who's a point guard, for one of the better rebounding guards in the country.
Look at that.
Arkansas Razorback team, and I played for his dad. Doug Collins had 3 great years in Detroit with the Pistons. So definitely that family connection with both sides.
You've had the full Collins experience.
I've had the full
Starter for Rutgers last season after being named the Maryland Player of the Year. Terrific addition and a great shooter. Johnson.
Rise in his progression, but he did say, hey, he had 25 against us when he was at East Carolina.
That's exactly right.
They won't play the 2 bigs together. I don't think I've seen that all year long.
Talking about Clingan and Johnson.
Yeah. Nice little screen by Spencer. Look at this. This is... Do you have any kind of toys at home?
Yeah. Oh, you're saying I have too much time on my hands? You rang?
Big guy, he's had some injury problems. You can't leave him in there all the time. But boy, when he's in there, he's been effective.
It's Newton. Clingan back to
I know he was coming off the bench. He felt like his upside was floor spacer, likes to pick and pop, can shoot threes.
Newton did a great job recognizing that the last time down.
It's Caravan inside. Pell.